1, 2, 3, play. Hello, this is Scratch. That's Dennis. Say hi, Dennis.
Hello.
And this is Hidden Community Cup 5 Jean Bureau bracket. Game 1 between Karabast in blue as the Bulgarians and Lot'sWaifu in red as Sicilians. I believe Lot'sWaifu has an additional name of adult commentary in the bracket, so you might have to look them up on as either player. Now this is interesting because we're seeing Bulgarians again for another game.
For me, it's interesting to see Lot'sWaifu drop 4 houses.
Oh no, okay, we're off to a great start then. Oh boy. How do you feel about Hidden Forts?
Hidden Forts is kind of cool, right? Because you can actually cut through the center to go quickly to the center to get all the hunt, all the gold access. And once you are through to the center, you can also wall the wood line, whoever is trying to chop through. If you're faster, you can probably wall your opponent from getting through. Probably. I don't know, actually. Maybe not. I don't think you can build to wall that portion off, but essentially you'll have middle control. You can control with army and stay in the center potentially for a longer period of time as well. I think that's what in one of the practice games that I had in this tournament, what my opponent did was chop through faster, go for a barracks, and just try to control the center with army presence. And I think it's worth it too with all that gold that's over there.
There's a lot of gold.
Yeah.
Now,
I mean, you can build up your army and push through. You do have gold outside the center, but the hunt definitely gives you like an edge to age up quickly and so on.
yeah, there's also hunt on the sides as well. What's the deal with this border on the inside of the trees? Can you not build on that border?
I think so. I mean, I don't know. I was thinking probably wall off the opponent from cutting through, but because there's that border, I think that's not buildable terrain.
Maybe we will find out.
Yeah, maybe we will.
Alright, we got some climbing idle time from both players. It's okay. Kind of expected here. Good boar pull from Karabast. Not a perfect boar pull, but a good one.
Yep.
Let's see if Lot'sWaifu is thinking about pulling a boar.
This map doesn't seem to have a lot of stones, so it's interesting that both of them went for, I mean, potentially like a Donjon Craypost sort of play.
Yeah, it doesn't have a lot of stone, and all of its stone is kind of off to the sides. It's a little out of the way.
Yep.
Got a very curious scout here from Karabast. Hanging out. Lot'sWaifu does not appear to believe in boar killing.
Or maybe he wants enough villagers before.
Oh, that could be it, yeah. Got an absolute sheep massacre going on over here, though. Just, to be expected. I still screw that up sometimes. How do you feel about these civs beyond the dependency on stone?
I mean, I like it. I think Bulgarians feels better for me, but Sicilians, if you have the initiative, you can do a lot of things.
That's
And a lot of people has experimented with the Sicilian bonuses. So
that is a dramatically early barracks from our red player.
yeah, not on gold yet. So I don't think there'll be too many. Or is there could be militia queued up? I don't think so.
So far, not yet. And we're going to. Oh, okay. I would say this is. Oh, okay. He didn't die. I would say this is a uncouth timing for the boar. We've got a blue barracks on the other side.
Did you say uncouth?
Yeah, uncouth.
Why?
It's a word. Well, so what he did was
It is a word.
Lot'sWaifu finished killing the sheep and then brought all of their villagers over to berries and killed the boar then. Maybe they were ignoring the other boar on the other side because of the blue scout that's hanging out.
Yeah.
Could be.
Yeah. Could be. And red is going to gold, so.
Yeah, but I feel like they're going to be way late on this feudal age, though.
Yeah, especially. I mean, Karabast is already up, so. Probably Karabast knows about the immediate upgrades to man at arms and so on. So. Yep, there's 3.
Now, interestingly, this blue scout sees nothing. He actually cannot see the mine, the miners, or the barracks at all. So definitely something to think about. Even if you're going to put your scout on auto scout, it's better than them standing around doing nothing.
Ooh, I mean, this is something that I heard Viper talk about. But Lot'sWaifu village. Okay, as soon as I was about to talk about it, she went back to work, but she was basically stuck in the wood line, and the villager was not working.
Oh, yeah, they're getting tripped
Yeah.
up in the wood line still. Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so
Got 3 militia rounding the corner. Yep.
Here they come.
Red is clicked feudal age. We've got some farms coming up. I'm wondering if it is the scout spooking them to not go after the. Oh no, they can't even see the scout. Never mind. So it can't be that. They just didn't get the second boar. We got supplies coming in, which makes sense. Going straight for the wood line. Maybe going to the gold. No.
Timing is very good for Karabast. And the villager stuck, so 1 villager kill.
Scout harassing.
TC.
Ooh, I like that he split the man-at-arms up to take out the ones remaining on the wood line. It's really good. Okay, lost 1. So very disruptive.
Wow, this is a lot of value. 4 villager kills.
Now, I think you start attacking the barracks, right? I think that's more valuable than the lumber camp. Or even a house, maybe.
I mean, you take the opponent off gold, right? If you take the opponent off gold, you don't have to commit to the villagers. Just stay around there to stop the opponent from taking gold. That'll be good. Taking away the wood lines also is good in case opponent is starved of wood for the archery range. But okay, donjon is coming up.
Defensive donjon. I like that.
Next to the TC, that's when you know that you're actually in a terrible spot.
Yeah,
and you are
especially since
donjon.
It should also be on the other side, I'd say, covering the gold.
Yeah, I mean, you want it to support somewhere between the wood and the gold, right? So that you don't have to worry too much about it. But yeah. Donjon's up and sergeants are on the way.
Oh, okay. We got a very cozy barracks directly to the south. I didn't even see Lot'sWaifu move these woodcutters around to the southern side. I like that, actually.
Okay.
Now, my understanding is sergeants win this fight eventually, right?
Should be.
Yeah,
I mean,
like
what else can they be good at if they lose this?
True.
I mean, if Lot'sWaifu, I mean, it's unlikely, but if Lot'sWaifu actually goes up to Castle Age faster, these sergeants apparently get a big jump in.
I feel like that's not likely considering they stopped building villagers.
Yeah. Maybe it's
nerves.
Yeah. I mean, there's only 3 farms right now, so it's a little bit rough. And yeah, I mean, Karabast is basically the skit vibe
of your side.
The bracket. Yep.
Yeah.
So I would not be surprised if Karabast thinks about staying in feudal forever and just spamming infantry.
It does feel like Karabast or Lot'sWaifu is starting to recover, though. They're still not building villagers, though, which is concerning.
Yeah, that's. I mean, I think he's just gonna idle until castle. I think that's the idea that
Maybe, yeah.
Lot'sWaifu is having. But even if you go to castle, if you have 18 villagers on the way up, you're not really gonna collect too many resources.
Yeah.
So
I kind of like this tower, just to make sure, from Karabast.
So when I started playing the game,
Ooh, archery range.
and
Okay.
I was playing against the AI, this is pretty much what I used to do.
Barracks with a tower on it.
Just drop a couple of towers in front of the opponent base, and then build like a forward base next to it.
Now,
And
Karabast actually cut through the line at their base. The wood line. There we go. There's castle, so you're right. Idle the castle. I don't think Lot'sWaifu is out of this yet. Like,
I mean, of course,
it's not looking good, but
anything can happen. And
I would like a second donjon between the wood line and the gold, though.
I don't think you have the stone for it.
Ooh, okay.
Fancy.
Is that stone?
That's just a palisade, but
okay.
But still, it's a thought that counts.
Yeah, no, it's good. I like it, and I like the archery range. Diversification is good.
I mean, he is gonna make skirms there because Bulgarians, but yeah. And skirms are not gonna do anything to the sergeants, so yeah.
Now, just think if Lot'sWaifu went around the other side and started putting donjons on that gold on Karabast's base.
Is Lot'sWaifu even taking stone? I don't think.
Not yet.
Yeah, so.
But there's plenty of stone between them and that target.
Okay, clicked up to Castlage.
Karabast is being active with their scout. That's good to see. Ooh, there is now a hole between the bases.
Yep.
That's a lot of man-at-arms.
You want to keep the sergeants until you are in Castlage. But this might be...
Yeah. Ooh, knights. Okay. I don't hate knights. I like knights, but we're way too idle. We need more villagers. Heaps more villagers. 125 stone. Can you still build a town center? Is it Is it 125?
It's 275 wood.
Right, but what's the stone cost?
100.
100. Okay. So we could do another town center.
I mean, I think at this point you need to make a mangonel or some kind of army to deal with this. I don't think you can just boom when you have something like this.
It's less booming and it's more catching up on the villager count. The barracks is gone.
I mean, like I said, Karabast is going to be more in spamming longswords.
More foot on the gas, yeah.
You need more knights.
Like the knights, though. I wish these knights weren't going to attack. I wish they were going around to raid.
I wish they actually had the armor. They have the attack upgrades before the defense upgrades.
Yeah, we saw that last game too.
Yeah, maybe it's something.
He's pulling him back.
Where
he pulled him back. That's nice. We need more villagers, though. We got 4 villagers hanging out in the town center collecting checks.
And the TC
scorpion
for a long time.
I like the scorpion. That's cool. You need about 3 or 4 more of those. But we need more villagers. That is primary number 1. Okay, this wallop is interesting.
He's trapping himself.
Yes.
Okay, let's see how the micro is with the scorpion. It's dead.
Well, I mean, it actually did quite a lot before it died.
Oh yeah, of course. It's something that I've noticed as well, where scorpions and siege units against infantry sounds good, but then they die pretty quickly.
They need to be supported. If they're supported, they're absolutely deadly. But
Yeah,
they have
exactly.
to be supported.
It's something that you need other army units for. So prioritizing siege is
We
hasn't
got
really worked out for me.
second TC from.
I mean, at this point, both of them have not been creating villagers, and
This could be a very long game for the worst reason.
uh, it's 14 villagers, so just 14 kills needed to make it hard.
Say, I don't think calling Lot'sWaifu passive is correct. They're responding. They're not making, I think, the best responses, but they are responding.
Yeah, I think
If that makes sense, like they're not just watching this happen. They clearly have an idea. I don't know if it's the best idea. I like this little base they've got going down to the south where they've kind of moved away from the point of pressure. That's really cool to see. I really like that. But now we've got to start rebuilding villagers and rallying. And as I say that, there's one in the queue, so that's good to see. But unfortunately, Karabast has seen this new development, and there's no tower to hide in for these villagers. I think all these villagers are dead. Because these longswordsmen now have squires and gambesons. Yeah. Another scorpion, okay. Archery range. I think that's a little bold. Yeah, we need to recover the economy first. Okay.
ten more to go. Um, it it's uh, it's definitely sad. I think this is, let's see, Lot'sWaifu, right?
Yeah, let's...
I'm just gonna check if
Oh, okay.
Lot'sWaifu
Yeah,
is
Lot'sWaifu is the 421 player. So,
yeah.
okay. So, sad is not the correct term. Inexperienced is the correct term. We got a GG. Nice sportsmanlike from Lot'sWaifu.
Nice.
And a resign. Good to see. I appreciate that from a sportsman concept. So, I don't know if you caught that, but what I said earlier, Lot'sWaifu is a 421 ELO player. For frame of reference, that is like 140 points below me in my first tournament, and I was the lowest one in Hera's first Coliseum. 421 to sign up into a tournament is actually insane. Props to Lot'sWaifu for being here. So on that note, Dennis, what can we see from Lot'sWaifu to improve against this kind of infantry pressure? What do you think?
I think Lot'sWaifu just needs to think about a clean Dark Age.
Mm-hmm.
I think, and then to go from there. Yeah, I think that's pretty much where you start. A Dark Age build order.
Some kind of focus, like some kind of plan, yeah.
I mean, I think right now, just having TCs running and having the eco running would be good. I think eco was completely idled and he went up to Castle Age, right? So, and then the response was also kind of
a little slow.
It was also the options that were chosen as a response, which didn't really seem to work that much.
A little bit of scrambling for sure. I definitely think the thing that I'm noticing the most is you can pick a bad response to a situation if you have the economy to support it. Like, at the end of the day, infantry going into Scorpions, not the best decision, but if you have the economy to support it, then it might not be as detrimental as it is when you don't have the economy to support it.
I mean, one Scorpion is not really scary.
Correct. No, absolutely correct.
With infantry, right?
But
They can catch up to the Scorpion and kill it.
correct.
So
But
if I'm playing as the infantry player and if I see Scorpions, I'm not going to be worried about losing them because Scorpions are expensive in its own way, uh, and it's not really gonna necessarily work. But I think right now, Lot'sWaifu, I think the main thing that this person needs to focus on is just clean Dark Age, like 20 pop-up Feudal Age with a good amount of woodcutters, good farming eco, and then walling up the sides or something like that. That would be a good starting point. I think anything more is probably going to be too much information. I think right now just have a clean Dark Age, and once you're in feudal, then you can think about do you go archers, do you go infantry, do you go what do you want to choose is what comes next. I think yeah, that's just my thoughts.
no, you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
We want to make sure that in Dark Age we have a really even footing to make our way into Feudal Age, which is where we'll kind of start to expand a little bit, or not expand, but like start weighing our options and start thinking about what we want to do. Lot'sWaifu for this game specifically, we had a really early barracks with nothing coming out of it. That's fine. Let's build that barracks during Feudal Age up, like as we're going into Feudal Age. And Dennis is absolutely right. Let's keep that TC cranking. Let's keep getting villagers. The more villagers you have, the more stable your economy is going to be, and more importantly, the more villagers you can lose in an attack without it being, the end of the world. As for Karabast, I mean, this is a straight up aggressive play. You managed to keep up the pressure. You were massing your infantry, which I mentioned this in our last game with the other player who had a similar strategy with the same civ. It's really cool to see infantry groups coming in. I don't know why we built a few pikemen. Maybe that was just trying to get more boots on the ground. That's fine.
Knights.
Yeah, we did see knights. That's right. So okay. So Karabast, I don't really have many notes for that because this was pretty textbook. Really well done. Really well handled. I'm a little nervous about how well this keeps up with an opponent who can fight back that attack, because Karabast also let their economy get quite idle at times. But hey, this game's hard, and we're here to see these players learn it. So let's pause it and move on to game 2. And 1, 2, 3, play. All right, we're back. This is game 2 for Lot'sWaifu in red as Poles versus Karabast in blue as Malay.
Ooh.
Oh, go ahead.
Lot'sWaifu seems to have a build order of his own. Again,
It's
four
true.
houses.
4 houses into lumber camp. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't notice the lumber camp from before. Did he do that in the last game as well?
Yes. It wasn't as quick as this. I'm surprised he was able to afford all that, actually. Okay. So without sitting here and going, hey, Lot'sWaifu, you need to get a build order, because you don't necessarily. But let's check idle time. Let's see how low we can get that idle time.
I mean, I think probably from the second game, maybe, because right now this is just something that this person's used to, right? So
That's true. We've got Loom coming up for Lot'sWaifu. A little early for that, I would say, especially on islands. Could honestly be skipped, unless you're nervous about boar pulling, which is totally fair. Now, see, as we see that Loom is getting close to completion, we want to jump back into our town center and hit up another villager, so it's not sitting there doing nothing.
actually, even Karabast would benefit from going through like a Dark Age build order, I think.
Instant dock from Karabast. Okay, I didn't even see that. Okay, we've got another villager coming.
Oh,
That's
maybe
good.
that's why he's taking straggler trees, because he doesn't really have the wood for lumber camp.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So my understanding, and Dennis can correct me on this, is that the general idea with building a hybrid map or a water map build order is that you want to build your dock when you would build your mill, right? More or less, something like that.
I know. I was just checking if blue has auto scout on.
It could be.
I think so. Yeah.
It could be. I auto scout on islands. I feel like is not all that bad. I mean, actually auto scout's fine. Like I have no problem with auto scout. It's a function. Use it if it's helpful to you.
Yeah. There's nothing wrong with it.
But also on islands, like 100% understand. Just get your island scouted. Who cares?
Yep. True.
Got a bit of a sheep massacre going on at Red's base. That's okay. Is that a... Oh, that's a full work. Okay. I think that full work placement isn't perfect. I think there's going to be...
I'm gonna...
Oh, yeah. Okay. That's okay. Actually, to be fair, this setup for this this spawn kind of sucks for full works now. Think about it. Not a lot of room anywhere.
Yeah, and also, if you refresh farms more often, it means you'll run out of wood more quickly, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's definitely an interesting pick to go poles here.
Now, is it poles who get gold from wood chopping?
Gold from wood chopping?
Is
I
that
don't think.
poles? I thought that was some.
Oh, paper money, Vietnamese.
Oh,
After attack. Yeah.
hang on, I could have sworn. Villagers generate
Vietnamese after.
stone miners. They mining stone. That's right.
You said woodcutters.
I did say woodcutters. I couldn't remember what it
Yeah.
was. They generate it when mining stone. We have a dock on the back, so he has an idea. But I will say that trying to combine farms plus
Yeah, there's not enough wood for
he's coming back.
fishing ships.
I definitely
think he needs a lot of woodcutters for fishing ships.
Yeah, I definitely think we only needed one villager to build that dock, because then that villager can go to the shorefish beside the dock and help out there. I do like that the full work villagers are going to the berries and the sheep first before farming. That's good to see. And we definitely still have a lot of idle time, but the TC is working. That's good to see. Meanwhile, on Karabast side, got a little bit of an idle eco. And some awkward boar pulls. I also habitually run away from my boar too quickly. Oh. Okay. Not terrible. I don't hate it.
There's actually an art of war tutorial if you're new to the game, where you can actually practice boar luring and a few strategies.
The AoE2 tutorials in the actual game as tutorials, I believe was it Viper that helped with those? Or was it just like the pro scene in general?
I don't know who helped with it, but it's a pretty good. I didn't even know that like Viper or someone.
I'm pretty
Maybe
sure I'm pretty sure some
Mickey
pro
West or
players.
someone. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know who helped, but it's definitely.
They're a little
Cool.
they're a little generalized, and they're a little, I think some would consider out of date, but they're a pretty good starting point for the idea of a good Dark Age. A clean Dark Age is. We've got a working dock, two fishing ships.
I like how this is all about city building. It feels like, because there's a row of houses on Karabast side. There's like a grid of houses on Lot'sWaifu side. So
Huh. We've
yeah.
just got two separate SimCity games going on.
And there's a transport ship from Lot'sWaifu.
All right. Bold. Okay. I do like that we're still dragging out the farms for this full work. It's good to see.
Redocking forward for the fire ship is a good plan,
Yeah.
but right now you're queued with fire ship in the back. But yeah, both docks are also working. Yeah, Karabast definitely seems to know a thing or two, and it's pretty cool.
One thing I am noticing with Karabast, and I mentioned this in the last video, is you can change every hotkey in this game. And one of them that I always recommend to new players to change, because it helped me a lot, is there is a select all idle villagers button. And I'm just noticing that there's some villagers standing around. And it helps to give them an order, even if they're not in the best place to receive this order. When you see, like, hey, my wood's getting low because I need to start building fishing ships or whatever, smack your spacebar, send them to a lumber camp. It's very helpful. Got a stable at the back.
Definitely interesting that Karabast hasn't really done anything with barracks so far, because I saw Malay and they get armor for free. So I thought there was something that Karabast would do with that, with infantry,
A
but
naval
it looks
infantry
like,
span.
I mean, yeah, just transport man-at-arms to the other side, and your units already have +1 defense. So
Alright, we're gonna watch a Lot'sWaifu boar pull real quick. Now, ideally, you'd be pulling this boar whilst those villagers are having something to do. But this is fine. Yeah, nicely done. Good stuff. And the cool thing is that full work is right next to these deer, so you could even pull those too before you really get into the farms. While because if I remember correctly, Dennis, you had stated that Lot'sWaifu didn't have any games that we could watch, right?
it was an autoplay game. Not much happened there
Okay.
to talk about. Yeah.
Okay. But they very clearly watch AoE 2. I think that's clear.
I mean, they'll have to hear about the community tournament.
True.
somewhere,
Yeah,
right?
that's true. I keep forgetting.
Yeah.
Of course they watch it. Why else would they be here?
What?
I'm making fun of myself, that's all.
2 transport ships.
Look.
Oh, he's thinking transport scouts.
I dig it. I'm here for it. Let's go. This is awesome. I'm all about it. Karabast about to hit up Castle Age.
I mean, if he clicks up.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he's taking a market for sure. He's gonna click up. Yeah.
He's abandoning, or he's... Sorry, this cast brought to you by dogs.
And the
transport
fire
ships
ship
are...
actually, yeah, transport was actually seen, so maybe the transport's not gonna happen. And also up to Castlage. This is rough.
I gotta be honest, it's kind of insane to me that a player of this low elo picked islands as their home map to start. That is... Water maps scare me, truly.
I mean, I really like how Karabast went to dock, into fire ship, into
a transport ship with a villager. Scouts.
I don't know where the villager came from, but yeah.
Scouts versus fire ships.
Oh, he's just transporting. I say he, but yeah, this person, Karabast is.
The player. Blue.
Yeah, blue player.
Blue player. Alright.
Okay, now Lot'sWaifu has 7 scouts There is a transport ship still alive somewhere, apparently.
Yes, it's circled. Oh wait, no. I think it did get got. No, hang on.
Oh, it's in the blue side of the base.
Oh no,
This is
it showed up empty. Oh, okay.
and the easiest. I think Malay fishermen. Yeah, Malay harbors have a lot of range. So
Well, do they get
Karabast.
do they get docks yet, or do they get harbors yet? I thought that was
No,
a tech.
no, that's a unique tech.
Okay.
But the Malay docks have a lot of vision, or is that some other civ that I'm confusing with? It's either way.
Yeah, no, he definitely sees it.
Ooh, I mean,
But it
Karabast
doesn't
seems
have
to
a
know
flag, so
about
you the transport
Karabast
ship doesn't
definitely
have.
seems to know about the tech for the water map, because now the fire ships will be upgraded. All his ships will be upgraded, and this is not something that I would have known when I was like 600 elo. But yeah, this is pretty good.
Landing party with the barracks full of techs, ready to build a bunch of infantry.
Yep, and once you're up to Castle Age, Malay will have +2 defense. So I mean, already in Castle Age, so has +2 defense, and now infantry spam would probably make things hard.
We got some demo ships coming in for red.
Okay,
Oh,
but the
scouts are
scouts are
coming.
here.
This could be fun.
Oh, scouts are going to be transported. Oh, Red doesn't know about the
He does
landing.
not see the landing, no.
So-
Well, he might now. Nope. Went right past it. Didn't see it.
Okay.
Oh, that's not good.
So Arson's coming up. The supplies is already in, but no infantry queued up yet. Lot'sWaifu have 50%. Ooh, longswords also coming up. Ooh, this is gonna be
They canceled it.
okay. What made
They switched to
you
pikemen.
cancel it?
Switched to pikemen.
What? Did he just see the stable and he was like,
Maybe remembered.
could be.
Okay, a little raid. Ooh. Oh, that hurts. Yeah, these guys need armor.
Yeah.
Good that we saw Garrison without the bell. That's nice to see.
Yep.
I like the scouts attacking the harbor. That's pretty cool. But the war galley will clean that up. But still good to see. It's definitely the safer target, I think. The stone mine would be nice.
There's definitely a lot of army on water, but he's queuing up a fresh war galley. Yep, sorry, lag here. Okay, all right. They are experiencing some lag, apparently.
Oh, that's a good thing. Make sure, players, that you are checking your servers before your game. This is mentioned in the handbook, I'm sure, because this is an R-based running tournament. Please check your servers, because especially when you start playing against the pair of international players that are in this tournament, you will start to notice that the servers can get very, very laggy if you are not in the correct one. And sometimes it can take some trial and error, but always an important thing to think about. Now, I will say, compared to the last game, Lot'sWaifu's economy is kind of humming. We've got a lot of idle time, but a lot less than our opponent. We've got 26, soon to be 29 villagers coming out. We've got a second full work coming, full of farms. So this is good to see. Now, we do need to see this in Dark Age. We need to see this early on. We want to keep that town center crank running as long as we can, and as consistently as we can.
So pikemen are, or is it pikemen or?
It does appear to be pikemen.
Yeah. So pikemen are running through, and TC is there, but you have +2. And Karabast is just thinking, I need more efficient fishing ships, so getting some upgrades.
So we're going to knights when we see pikemen. Not the best. If these were spearmen, knights would be perfectly fine. However, 4 pikemen will shred 3 knights. And Karabast is keeping up the pressure, but he does not know that this demolition ship party is hanging out in this harbor. There we go. That's 1. 2.
Yeah, but it's upgraded. Yeah, because the upgrade came in. Okay, he's getting long swords now again, and maybe after that he would start to spam long swords. Waiting for the long sword spam.
This is good pressure to see from Karabast. Managing pressure on islands, I don't think is very easy. This is good to see.
Yeah, no more docks for Lot'sWaifu, and I think Lot'sWaifu is run out of ideas. Oh, okay.
I like the castle, actually.
If it goes up.
That's true.
I mean, it could go up.
Good response from Karabast.
No, it's not gonna go up. There's a lot more wills building this.
Is that knight going in to deny that castle? Hey! Nice! That's good to see. Big fan of that. Very well done.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I like how the castle was deleted, so that
and moved back into a more conservative position. Yeah. That was actually really well done from both players. They both made good decisions there.
Now I'm excited about Karambits being running through the eco.
We've got Obuks.
Oh, okay, Obuks are better than Karambits, but Karambits can be masked, and I think...
I always forget how fast Obuks get created. They're so quick. Now, Obuks are pretty disgusting units, actually, all things considered. They're really strong. Like, they might clean this up, maybe.
Yeah, because they're just counter units, right? And also trash units. So I think...
Yeah.
But yeah, there's the galleys here, so...
Yeah, the fire galleys will help, for sure.
The one villager
castle. And we see, the one villager castle walled up. That's good. I really like the castle play from both players. We got to see Lot'sWaifu actually deny a castle and push it back. That was cool. And then Karabast covering their castle and walling up. They're really cool. Really good to see. Now we've got these 2, admittedly very weak scouts on the blue island.
Okay, now we see the longswords being made. Are they also being queued at home, or?
Nah, it's just the 4.
Just the forward.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, don't get too close to that castle. Ooh. Lot'sWaifu's trying to be sneaky, but Karabast might see this. Oh, they might just miss it. Nope, okay. War Galley caught it. Now, when you're in a position like this, generally speaking, I think you would want to drop a castle on the shore and build your dock underneath it. If you have to build a dock, which in this case I think it would be wise to do so. Okay, we're both getting unique techs for both players.
Okay. I think the Slasher privileges for the knights and Thalocracy, I think that is the one which converts the docks to harbors.
Yes, I believe that is the case. Yeah, just turned into a harbor. So now, Karabast has spicy docks. And we're seeing Imperial Age. And some eco balancing. Really good to see. What elo is
Oh yeah, Karambit spam incoming. I like it.
678? Okay. Wow. They do not play like
And
678.
the imp time for Malay is always nice. They go up to imp very quickly. I mean, technically,
Are Karambits the fastest creation time in the game? Oh, you cut out there.
still, but there's also 7 fishing ships, so I guess it's.
Got a siege workshop. Don't know how helpful that will be. I actually think leaning on Schlotzo privileges would be better.
Now that he got the harbor tech, he is just dropping harbors everywhere.
It's a good idea.
Is it?
I think so.
Yeah,
It
guess
kind of protects.
It doesn't hurt.
Yeah, it protects the flanks from a sneaky dock.
I mean, there's a castle here, but yeah.
True. But I did ask, do Karambits have the fastest creation time?
I don't know.
It
There's
seems.
also Ethiopians. I don't know. I think it's going to be Georgians most likely. But even that was changed recently, so maybe that's not the fastest.
A monastery. Okay.
For the relic that's next to it.
Yeah, might as well.
There's 2 on each base, and then there's 2 on each of the center islands.
How do you feel about these soon-to-be 8 petards? Oh,
yeah,
boy.
I think he's thinking Petard, the castle, but there's also long swords there.
I mean, your petard blows up, and oh well, no, because they don't do much damage to units, right?
Yeah, it's mostly for buildings and siege. Siege weapons also count, but
I get them.
Yeah.
I get them mixed up with the old saboteur from.
And
from
he's gonna find out that castles shred mangonels.
It got some pretty good value on those mangonels though against the Treb. I don't know if it was worth it, but
It got 1 hit. That was the value that you were talking about?
well, it's at 4/5 or 1/5 of its health.
Okay. Oh yeah, but Yep, and Karambits are pretty quick, so they can actually just take out all the...
Karambits are a fun unit.
Yeah, I think they're a good raiding unit. I don't know about fighting army, but I mean, if you're masked up, they are pretty strong against most things. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Good luck.
Good sportsmanship from Lot'sWaifu. I'm a big fan of that. Alright, Karabast. We saw you picked Malay on islands, you built a dock, you fished, you made military out of your second dock, you protected your landing. You were not overly aggressive with your landing. I will say I think a higher elo player would have spotted that landing and maybe dealt with it. But you didn't you didn't try to do something silly like an immediate castle drop or something like that. You kind of slowed it up or slowed it down and moved forward. So that was really cool to see. Lot'sWaifu actually climbed their eco a bit. That was cool. We definitely need to see more villagers. Always more villagers. I think the goal whenever I play is I want to hit 100 villagers at some point, especially in Imperial Age. So definitely just keep cranking out the TC. Just every second you hear a sound effect of a unit being created, get into the habit of just clicking your town center, building another villager. I think the default is Q. Click your town center, hit Q. Hotkey your town center, hit Q. Just keep doing that, and eventually your Dark Age will clean itself up. You still got some stuff like boar pulling and your transition of moving villagers from one task to the other. All of that will be made easier by having more villagers to work with. That's all I got. What do you got, Dennis? Well, I give Mr. Karabast or Miss Karabast the blue dot. 2 minutes.
Yeah, so Karabast, very good knowledge of the water text, and pretty much knew the text that needed to be that this player wanted to go for. And Lot'sWaifu and Karabast, both of them idle their TC a lot. I mean, at this point, I don't even think you need to think about 100 villages. Just like queue up one or two villages on the one TC that you got and keep that TC running. You don't even need multiple TCs unless it's a defensive building. Just make sure that you have one villager created all the time. That's like 50 food, and just make sure that you have the farming eco set up so that that 50 food is not really going to take away from you creating army. And I think that would be a good starting point for you to hop off of, to make a more decisive push. I think Karabas managed to do it, but it would be a lot stronger if you actually had more villagers.
Yeah, I think Karabast's push was completely defendable by Lot'sWaifu if we had that economy to lean on. I definitely think Karabast, especially with the Thassalocracy and the amount of water presence they had, I definitely think they had the advantage throughout the whole game. Definitely had the map presence, but I think that initial incursion could have been defended if we had a better economy to lean on. And Dennis is absolutely right. Like, I know I said 100 villagers, but what I mean is just over the course of the game, just keep thinking about, like, I need more economy, I need more economy, I need more villagers. What I like to do is once you find a build order that you like, something comfortable, something neutral, nothing fancy, practice it, go into single player mode, easiest AI. I know people like to use Saracens because they're neutral.
Not easiest, at least start with medium AI.
No, I do, no, stop, shush. You do.
For the build order.
Yes. Okay. You choose easiest AI, and the goal is by the time you get to feudal age, resign the game and look at your idle eco time. Look how many villagers you have. And your goal is to beat your villager count, or to beat your idle count. You want to try and just get the lowest idle TC time you possibly can. Just keep that one town center humming. Keep putting up villagers. You see 30 to 40 food on your HUD. No, okay. I've got to make sure I've got a villager queued up and ready to go. If I already have that, let's execute an order. And go back to your town center. Sorry, dogs. And build up another villager. And that's it. Like let's start there. And I think once we get from that point, we'll start seeing more confidence. Because that's probably, I would say, the hardest thing to do in this game. But once you start to get it, it makes everything else a little bit easier. So, set number 1 goes to Karabast. Set number 2, actually, this is our second set that we've cast. So, all right. Anything else, Dennis? Anything?
Okay. Yeah. Nothing else for me.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm Scratch. That's Dennis. This has been Hidden Community Cup 5 Jean Bureau bracket between Karabast and Lot'sWaifu. Group stage going to Karabast 2-0. That's all for us. Have a good night.